Hello. Right. I got asked the question, uh, what are the things you need to be a courier driver? Now, I've made a little list, but the list isn't necessarily just things you need, it's just needs altogether. And they're in no particular order. So, number one, you're going to need a van. And now that can be any size, from a small van up to a Luton, or if you're into wagons. But you're going to need a vehicle. And it's going to need to be in good shape, good running order. It's going to need to be able to carry goods, obviously. So that means you're going to need your insurances as well. Number two. So when I mean insurances, there's three main insurances that you need to be a courier driver. You need your hire and reward, or um, light haulage insurance. You need your goods in transit insurance, and you need your public liability insurance. These cover you on the road, moving goods around people, obviously, and they cover you to carry goods on the motorway, on the public road system across the UK and abroad if you've got European cover as well. Number three, if you're first starting out, you're going to need some money behind you because we work on an invoicing system where we do the job and we don't get paid for that job for quite a while. So you could be waiting 2 months to be paid for something you've already put the money into because you've already paid for your fuel, you've already paid for your van, etc., etc. Number four, you're going to need some straps. You're going to need to secure your load. You're going to make sure your load doesn't move during transit, doesn't affect your vehicle's manoeuvrability, because if you've got a pallet in the back and it's sliding from side to side when you're taking corners, that's really going to affect the handling of your vehicle. And legally, all goods you carry must be secured. Number five, you're going to need PPE. So PPE, personal protective equipment. So you're going to need a high vis. You're going to need some safety shoes, steel toe cap boots. You could need a hard hat. You might need safety goggles. You might even need a respirator, depending on what you're delivering. But there is a long list of things you could need that include PPE. The standard stuff that you're probably going to need to carry with you straight away is going to be boots, high vis definitely, hard hat, gloves, safety glasses. That's what I would recommend straight away. And then over time, you'll come to add other things into that. Right. So this one isn't an actual thing. Being a courier driver is a stressful job and it's hard work. It's not easy. Everyone thinks just jump in a van and you drive, which you do. But you've got to find the work, you've got to invoice for the work, you've got to chase payments, you've got to do all the driving, and there's a lot of driving involved, and it's tiring because obviously you've got to concentrate on the road all the time. So you need the will to work. Number six, the will to work. So you may be thinking, oh, I work 8 hours a day now, I'm happy doing that. Well, you're not going to be doing that because you're going to be driving for 10 hours a day. You're going to be doing a couple of hours a week of invoicing. You're going to be a couple of hours a week of chasing old invoices. You've got to arrange maintenance for your vehicle. It is a lot to do, especially if you're running on your own. You got your own van or multiple vans. You've got a lot of work to do, so you need to be able to have that will to work, which leads me on to the next one. You've got to have an understanding family. If you have a partner, wife, girlfriend, whatever, boyfriend, that is going to expect you home every evening or expect you home by 4 p.m. or at least at a decent time so you can be in the house with them or look after the kids or do anything like that, then the courier industry is something you should avoid because you need an understanding wife, partner, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, family member that you live with, or whatever, because you're not going to have the amount of time. If you have an office job and you work 9 to 5, you don't have them set hours as a driver. You could be out from 2 o'clock in the morning, and then you could get home early one day, and the next day you could be out at 8 o'clock in the morning. You don't get home until quite late, and it's never the same every day. Every day is different, and some nights you don't make it home because you're at the other side of the country. You've either ran out your driving hours, or you got a collection from down there the next morning anyway, or you don't want to drive back dead miling. So you stay out, you tramp, you get a hotel, you do whatever you need to do. So you need an understanding family that's going to understand that if they want you home every night and you've got a dead mile at home every night, it's not going to work for you, because you can't do it, because you'll make no money. So you really need an understanding family. Right, back to the actual physical things. Blankets. Now, you may think they're not necessary, and that's what I thought at first, but they actually come in really handy. Whether it's moving anything fragile that needs wrapping in a blanket, or if you do removals, you're going to need them. But they also come in very handy when you're strapping things. If you don't have corners, you can put them on a corner, put the strap over them, and they actually secure it better, and it's less slippy for some reason. Even though it is a blanket, it doesn't slip as much. It has, like, trying to explain myself here. It doesn't like slide. Sometimes the straps can slide across the top of pallets, across the top of shrink wrap and stuff like that. It helps it not do that, basically. Now, if you're in a small van, I would definitely recommend you have a trolley, some sort of little trolley, because most small vans you're dealing with boxes, you're not dealing with pallets. My van, I do have a trolley, but I don't use it that often. So it's up to you whether that's going to be the sort of work you do, where you do have to have handball and stuff like that, and you do require a trolley in your vehicle. But a trolley, and if you've got a Luton pump truck, or obviously a wagon, but yeah, pump truck or trolley for your vehicle would definitely be a requirement, especially if you're in a small van or a Luton. And then finally, to be a courier driver, to be on the road every day, you're going to need either your own customers or a platform that gives you work, or you bid on the work. So, because no one's just going to give you work, you've got to go out there and get it. Because if you decide, I'm going to go and buy a van, we're going to insure it, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, and then you've got nobody to actually do work for, you've got no way of advertising yourself, or you've got no platform to bid on work from, and then you've got no customers, it's going to be a very short career as a courier driver. You're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to be able to do any work. Yeah, you might find the odd job here and there for your mate, your neighbour, your family, but if you don't have the will to go out and get the customers, and you don't have the money to go on a platform like the Courier Exchange, which is very expensive, then you're going to be at a stalemate, and you've wasted a load of money buying a van and insuring it. Now, I hope that does help. That's the 10 things I think you need as a courier. Anything you think I've missed out, or anything you think is more important, please leave it in the comments for a discussion. And thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.